Welcome and thank you for spending this holiday season with 2K Sports as we get ready for the special NBA presentation. Hi everybody, this is Brian Anderson, and with me tonight, Grant Hill and Steve Smith. Hey Allie.
Well, Fred VanVleet, a first-time All-Star in 2021, said of his journey, quote, "It's like a movie storyline, just scratching and clawing, all the work and the sacrifices. I'm always going to have this great perspective that allows..."
Allie, his toughness and IQ, a big factor for them. Thanks for that. And we're expecting an intense battle in the front court tonight, Grant. Both teams with a lot of talent in those positions.
It'll be an interesting matchup here with the talent and size of their front court. It should make this game extra challenging for these squads. They can't just count on being the dominant force down low. They'll have to get a little creative.
And let's take a look at Boston's starting lineup. Tatum and Horford at the forward slots. Drew Holiday out there with Jaylen Brown. And it's Williams in at the 5. And for Toronto, Anunoby and Barnes are the forwards. VanVleet and Trent Jr. team up as the backcourt. And it's Siakam in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Gary Trent Jr. at the line for 2.
That's good from Trent.
And when you watch the way Trent Jr. can take over a game, just a gifted scorer who can explode once he gets going. He's impossible to slow down.
And with Trent Jr., he very much is a microwave scorer, Grant.
Oh, he heats up in an instant, B.A. A bit of a streaky shooter overall. I would like to see him round out his inside game to find new ways to score if his shot isn't there.
Brown passes to Williams. Back to Brown. Three-pointer off the mark. And here are the Raptors now. Here's Siakam. And he buries his first look.
Strong finish. Siakam with great balance. Able to complete the play through contact.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, he made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
Great positioning on the putback.
Woo, hard
work
creating the second chance opportunity.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Holiday. Oh, there's the alley. And Williams punches it home.
The underrated vision of Holiday. I like it when he's distributing, and I think his coach does as well.
VanVleet against Holiday. Kicks it out to Anunoby. The three ball. No luck on that one. Now the Celtics take it the other way. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
They took the season series against this opponent last year. High-profile games are the best.
VanVleet against Brown. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
Great anticipation defensively. I love how he turned an easy look into a difficult play.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
And Horford gets it to go.
The value of a big man with Horford's quickness can't be overstated. He takes full advantage of the rebound opportunity.
Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Here's Brown. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot, and will go to the line. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
For me, they made a point to attack inside early in the game, and it's paid off for them. A lot of solid looks in the paint.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
Improving as a passer, Siakam showing a willingness to get it to open teammates.
No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You were right about that, B.A. I mean, they had to change their home base to Tampa. In essence, they spent an entire season on the road. It was tough for everyone, but the Raptors faced some big challenges.
Barnes, no good.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Holiday passes to Williams. Stolen by Siakam.
2 minutes left.
Here's Anunoby. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Siakam.
Outstanding work by OG. Unbelievable versatility, and that was a tough finish.
And Boston calls time here, coming off that win against the Sixers.
Hey, their activity on defense was terrific. It was just full effort at that end of the floor and a bunch of blocks to show for it.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters uncomfortable by challenging every possible shot.
The Celtics making a switch here. Williams is checked in for Horford. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Jason Tatum. White, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Pritchard is subbed in for Drew Holiday. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And he recovers it. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 4 rebounds now. Pass to White. The 3. Drops in the 3. White's got 5 now.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside. To the middle. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
The Celtics have got 7 of 11 shots to find the mark. 1:02 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Pritchard. And he banks in the layup.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Achua finds Van Vliet. Oh, it's blocked by Williams.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Give him 8.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Trent, the pass to Van Vliet. Pure from 3-point range.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
And you knew he was going to try to respond. Those threes canceling each other out perfectly.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Here's Pritchard. Achua with a rebound.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Trent with room to shoot. Here's Birch. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Celtics up by 7. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Barnes and Siakam serve as the big men as they go small. Otto Porter is out there with Fred Van Vliet, and it's Anunoby in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
And that's called finishing a play. Physical defense. Holiday stays focused, eyes on the rim.
And that replay showed how sensational that drive truly was.
Yeah, staying with it and looking to expand this margin. Hard-nosed takes like that will certainly help.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Pascal Siakam's play had dipped for a while after he got the big bag. He said, it was like, you got the max contract, but are you the guy? That's something I really struggled with. But there's still another level that I can get to, and I see myself as an all-star, and there's a lot more to unleash. Brian?
Yeah, just now entering his prime, Allie. Thank you.
And when you look at Van Vliet on the floor, you would think he gets targeted on defense. But for a player his size, he more than holds his own. Such a graceful move, showing off the floater game.
White with it. Now Porter defending. White can't hit.
Tremendous box out. I love how he bodied up, held his ground. Textbook. Old school rebound.
Van Vliet misses. And Van Vliet, a very solid defender at his position grab.
Not great length, but strong as any, BA. I mean, he has great hands to bother the ball handler and great defensive IQ that makes the most of his athleticism.
The middle part of the season can present some unique challenges. Grant, how do you maintain your focus as a player?
Well, it can be tough. It can be really challenging because it is such a long season. You ultimately have to keep your eyes on the prize. And of course, veterans know hard work now pays off later. You want to protect your record and start building late season momentum.
Speed and power on display from Barnes on that dunk.
And there's the foul. It's on Chris Boucher. That's his first foul of the game. Horford, he's checked in for Boston. Tries a three off the inbound. And Anunoby pulls it down. The Raptors have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Tries again. Siakam, that's good. Siakam's got his second basket.
I mean, great hustle by Pascal Siakam, fighting for the board and making sure they convert.
White, the pass to Holiday. On the take, and Holiday powers it home.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Van Vliet double team. And he makes it on the layup. Van Vliet's got his second basket of the night.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Griffin. Got a piece of it. Three-pointer. And Tatum with the basket on the assist from Griffin. Tatum's got 6 points in the quarter.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And Toronto calls time here. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Hornets.
It's never easy to win games when you're missing free throws. They had to be better.
Especially on the road. Each miss fired up that crowd even more.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Achua comes in for Boucher, and it's Gary Trent Jr. in for Anunoby. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Williams is checked in for Griffin. Williams comes in for Horford. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Holiday. Here's Pritchard. Williams passes to Williams. Brogdon from outside. Rebounded by Trent. Toronto trailing. Here's Barnes. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day.
Tremendous defensive effort. Saving a bucket right there.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
1:19 left in the half. The Raptors have gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. And the basket by Van Vliet.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively. And their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
Here's Tatum. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Next up, they'll face the Hawks in Atlanta. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. Achua with the dunk.
I like how Fred VanVleet stays patient. Eyes up, finds the breakdown in the defense.
Tatum passes to Williams. Toronto grabs the miss. Siakam's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Van Vliet. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Now just a 2-point Celtic lead.
Took him a while to get going, but here in the second quarter, he's found his rhythm.
Over to the wing. Three-pointer is up from Brogdon. Knocks it down from distance. Brogdon's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Trent. And the Raptors getting another bucket right there.
For a shooter as confident as Gary Trent Jr., there's no hesitation.
Barnes against Tatum. Williams takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Williams has got 4 points this quarter.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
First half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Celtics out in front. They're up by 5. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm alongside Coach Nick Nurse, and I know you're not too happy with the execution at the defensive end. What needs to be cleaned up?
Yeah, we're making some mistakes on some of the switches. We're making some mistakes on some of the weak side. And then when we did get them to miss a couple, they tipped them right back in. So lots to clean up there.
Okay, it'll be a tough halftime speech from Coach.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Out in front of the half is Boston. They have a 5-point lead. Kenny, how'd you see it?
Well, they were lighting it up from three, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
Defense has been the issue. They were reaching for the ball, not moving their feet, not getting back in transition. Fundamentals, if they don't tighten those up, you can see this game getting away from them.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Man, one guy's been getting it done, Fred VanVleet.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last two quarters.
So the Celtics 5 right now. Horford and Williams together in the front court. Brown and Tatum are the explosive wing pair. And it's Holiday in at the 1. Stolen by Siakam. And here's the fast break. Here's Trent. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
His first personal foul.
Love the determination from Gary. It's why he gets these whistles.
You know, in baseball, Grant, they have a term, a five-tool player. In the NBA these days, it's similar. You need those well-rounded players to succeed.
I like the baseball reference, but you're spot on, B.A. It's all about bringing versatility to the game. Players that can shoot, pass, dribble, defend, and rebound. And I'll throw it even in there, lead and play selfless basketball. Those kind of guys that can do it all, that's a recipe for success in the NBA.
Here's Tatum. Back to Brown. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. The Raptors shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. Siakam, no good.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Holiday, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Holiday's got 6.
Talk about scoring the basketball. Legit player. Holiday got paid because he can play.
And now it seems Siakam is in his prime. How do you see his place in the league, Grant?
Well, I really like him, but he seems to be an elite second option. Not sure if you want to build an entire offense around him, but certainly has proven to be an important piece to a championship-level team.
And that one misses.
And what impresses you about Pascal Siakam is his tremendous length with an intimidating 7'3" wingspan.
Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Porter Jr. comes in for Trent. And that length of Siakam really comes in handy on both ends, Smitty.
B.A., he's tough to guard because he's able to get his shots up over most guys due to that length. And then on the defensive end, capable of guarding the post and the perimeter.
VanVleet, and that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
It's great watching Fred catch fire. When this happens, he dominates games with his scoring.
On the wing, Holiday. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. The offensive rebound, and Williams punches it home.
B.A., he takes his rebounding so serious.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
The Raptors making a switch here. Birch is checked in. The Celtics also with a sub. White, he's checked in for Jason Tatum.
Let's hear it for your Raptors, Nevada.
On the wing, Porter. He's guarded by White. Porter's shot is off.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
Drive by Brown. Oh, and a dunk by Brown.
You can tell Brown is having fun. What a phenomenal dunk artist he is.
And what a drive that was. Replay courtesy of Mobile One.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He's been a force of nature, and that drive, just another of his great plays this game.
And the shot goes down.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
Here's White inside and stolen by Boucher. Outside Porter. Here's Birch. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And that'll be Toronto's ball as it goes out of bounds. Raptors able to keep possession. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
Achua's checked in for Boucher. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. The kick out to Van Vliet. No good on the triple.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Outside, Brown. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 5 assists in the game.
Brown taking on all challengers. This kind of fearless approach is what his teammates and coaches love seeing.
And we just had to see that Mobile One drive one more time. Great stuff.
Yeah, and with a finish like that, you know he's looking to extend the lead and put this game out of reach.
Achua with a steal. And a fast break now for the Raptors. Here's Porter. Another shot. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle. It's good on the putback. And now it's a 12-point Celtic lead.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Here's Van Vliet. He's got 14. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Anunoby. Ooh, rejected by Horford.
The great positioning, the 7-1 wingspan. That combination makes Horford a dangerous shot blocker.
Brown passes to Williams. It's stolen by Birch. Van Vliet on the wing. Goes up on the baseline. And Birch slams it in.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give him a spark. Outside White. He buries it from 3. White's got 11 points.
Demonstrating how efficient he is, Derek has a great feel for when to fire away.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
White for 3. Rebounded by Birch.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Nails it from beyond the arc.
And he's really made his mark with the three-pointer today. That's another big one.
Just think where they'd be without all the work he's done from the three-point line today.
And so it's the Boston Celtics closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. We'll be right back after this word. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. The Celtics with the lead. Van Vliet and Trent Jr. team up as the backcourt. Scotty Barnes is out there with Chris Boucher. And it's Siakam in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Van Vliet up top. He's covered by Holiday. The 3 from Barnes. Second chance effort. Boucher, no good.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Tatum from long range. Rebounded by Trent. The Raptors shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Yep, that one's good. Van Vliet's got 22.
Gary Trent Jr., his teammate, was so open, he could have passed it with his eyes closed.
And Holiday powers it home.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
Trent with it, now guarded by Brogdon. Here's Siakam, and Siakam with the slam.
Assertive move by Pascal Siakam, slamming it in before anyone can contest it.
Gary Trent Jr. with the helper.
Horford for three. Siakam pulls down the board. Siakam's got 6 rebounds in the game. Trent left side from deep. They get it back. Back to Siakam. Goes back up. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And sly move by Brown to ensure the foul. He won't pass up on a chance to draw one off you.
First one falls for him. And the Celtics making a change here. Williams is checked in. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line.
That 2021 draft class was stacked with talent. You look at a guy like Scotty Barnes. He went 4th overall, a player any team would love to have.
Now a timeout called by Boston. You know what sticks out with Barnes is his versatility on both ends of the court.
BA, let's talk about the defensive end. He is disruptive. He has a 7'3" wingspan, and he can guard 1 through 5. Offensively, he can handle, pass, and score. The sky is the limit for Scotty Barnes, BA.
Anunoby, he's checked in for Boucher. The Celtics also with a sub. Pritchard's checked in for Brown. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what the Celtics head coach was saying to the team. He said to his players, you may want to get comfortable with this lead, but we can't afford that. That's when we get into trouble. Just keep executing the game plan and trust in one another.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Boston's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Rebound by the Raptors. Nobody's got 4 rebounds now. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. The rebound, Celtics. Horford's got his 4th rebound in this one. Tatum passes to Williams. Over Trent. Takes one from 10 feet. Out left to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. They grab their own miss. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
They are dominating the paint in this one. Consistent work inside throughout the game.
Well, in addition, I love their passing. I mean, they're buying into that team concept. That's hard to get out of your young guys.
Recently, we've seen a few super teams put together, but it hasn't always been an automatic recipe for success, Smitty.
Well, BA, a lot of times you see those super teams on paper. It's all about execution on the floor. And the biggest factor that sometimes hampers super teams is health, and that could be a big factor in upsetting your plans.
And the Raptors call time here. They're down by 11. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter.
We know you want a free t-shirt, so let's get loud.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Drew Holiday.
What an unbelievable offensive performance from him tonight. I mean, it's been crazy fun to watch him just go off. I mean, the defense had no chance. He just kept scoring over and over again.
Boy, he'd been struggling a lot in the past few games. Good to see him bounce back with such a strong effort here tonight.
Ooh, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Tatum can't hit.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense. He had it rolling and then lost it for some reason. Let's see if he can get it back while it still matters.
.119 left to play in the fourth. Here's Pritchard, guarded by Van Vliet. Brogdon, the pass to Horford. Here's the three. That shot missing. The Raptors shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. Here's Anunoby. Rebounded by Brogdon. Boston has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Celtics.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more,
Do I have a leaky bum?
execution.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year. And what a huge performance it was for Robert Williams.
I'll tell you, his shot blocking made a big impact. Whether it was on the ball or rotating over to help, he provided the intimidation factor this defense needed.
Horford. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Here's Tatum. Pass to Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Steve Smith, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for watching tonight's game. We'll see you next time.
I need a man to hug because oh, he's starting. He's starting.